الجن والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الطيور والهوام وعدد الوحوش والآكام في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الأحياء والأموات. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما أظلم عليه الليل وأشرق عليه النهار من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد من يمشي على رجلين ومن يمشي على أربع من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من صلى عليه من الجن والإنس والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصل عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما يجب أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما ينبغي أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد حتى لا يبقى شيء من الصلاة عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الأولين وصل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأسألك اللهم بالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا آدم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا نوح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هود عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إبراهيم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا صالح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يونس عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أيوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يعقوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوسف عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا موسى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هارون عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعيب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إسماعيل عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا داود عليه السلام، السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا سليمان عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا زكريا عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يحيى عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أرميا عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعياء عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إلياس عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا اليسع عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا ذو الكفل عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوشع عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى جميع النبيين والمرسلين أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد نبيك عدد ما خلقته من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مدحية والجبال مرسية والبحار مجرأة والعيون منفجرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مضحية والقمر مضيئا والكواكب مستنيرة كنت حيث كنت لا يعلم أحد حيث كنت إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد حلمك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد علمك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كلماتك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نعمتك وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء سماواتك وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء عرشك وصل على سيدنا محمد زينة عرشك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما جرى به القلم في الكتاب وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في 7 سماواتك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما أنت خالق فيهن إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل قطرة قطرت من سماواتك إلى أرضك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من يسبحك ويهللك ويكبرك ويعظمك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد أنفاسهم وألفاظهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل نسمة خلقتها فيهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد السحاب الجارية وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الرياح الذارية من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما هبت عليه الرياح وحركته من الأغصان والأشجار والأوراق والثمار وجميع ما خلقت على أرضك وما بين سماواتك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد نجوم السماء من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك مما حملت وأقلت من قدرتك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في 7 بحارك مما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت وما أنت خالقه فيها إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ملء 7 بحارك، وصل على سيدنا محمد زنة 7 بحارك مما حملت وأقلت من قدرتك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد أمواج بحارك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الرمل والحصى في مستقر الأرضين وسهلها وجبالها من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد اضطراب المياه العذبة والملحة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقته على جديد أرضك في مستقر الأرضين شرقها وغربها سهلها وجبالها وأوديتها وطريقها وعامرها وغامرها إلى سائر ما خلقته عليها وما فيها ومدر وحجر من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي عدد نبات الأرض من قبلتها وشرقها وغربها وسهلها وجبالها وأوديتها وأشجارها وثمارها وأوراقها وزروعها وجميع ما يخرج من نباتها وبركاتها من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من الجن والإنس والشياطين وما أنت خالقه منهم إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل شعرة في أبدانهم وفي وجوههم وعلى رؤوسهم منذ خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد خفقان الطير وطيران الجن والشياطين من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل بهيمة خلقتها على جديد أرضك من صغير أو كبير في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها من إنسها وجنها ومما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد خطاهم على وجه الأرض من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من يصلي عليه، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصل عليه، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد القطر والمطر والنبات. وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل شيء. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد في الليل إذا يغشى. وصل على سيدنا محمد في النهار إذا تجلى. وصل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرة والأولى. وصل على سيدنا محمد شابا زكيا. وصل على سيدنا محمد كهلا مرضيا. وصل على سيدنا محمد منذ كان في المهد صبيا. وصل على سيدنا محمد حتى لا يبقى من الصلاة شيء. اللهم وأعط سيدنا محمدا المقام المحمود الذي وعدته، الذي إذا قال صدقته وإذا سأل أعطيته. اللهم وأعظم برهانه وشرف بنيانه وأبلج حجته وبين فضيلته. اللهم وتقبل شفاعته في أمته، واستعملنا بسنته، وتوفنا على ملته، واحشرنا في زمرته وتحت لوائه، واجعلنا من رفقائه، وأوردنا حوضه، واسقنا بكأسه، وانفعنا بمحبته. اللهم آمين. وأسألك بأسمائك التي دعوتك بها أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد عدد ما وصفت ومما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت، أن ترحمني وتتوب علي وتعافيني من جميع البلاء والبلوى، وأن تغفر لي وترحم المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات، وأن تغفر لعبدك المذنب الخاطئ الضعيف، وأن تتوب عليه إنك غفور رحيم. اللهم آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم إني أسألك بحق ما حمل كرسيك من عظمتك وقدرتك وجلالك وبهائك وسلطانك، وبحق اسمك المخزون المكنون الذي سميت به نفسك وأنزلته في كتابك واستأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك، أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك. وأسألك باسمك الذي إذا دعيت به أجبت، وإذا سئلت به أعطيت. وأسألك باسمك الذي وضعته على الليل فأظلم، وعلى النهار فاستنار، وعلى السماوات فاستقلت، وعلى الأرض فاستقرت، وعلى الجبال فرست، وعلى الصعبة فذلت، وعلى ماء السماء فسكبت، وعلى ماء السحاب فأمطرت. وأسألك بما سألك به سيدنا محمد نبيك، وأسألك بما سألك به سيدنا آدم نبيك، وأسألك بما سألك به أنبياؤك ورسلك وملائكتك المقربون صلى الله عليهم أجمعين. وأسألك بما سألك به أهل طاعتك أجمعين، أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مطحية والجبال مرسية والعيون منفجرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مضحية والقمر مضيئا والكواكب منيرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد علمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد حلمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما أحصاه اللوح المحفوظ المفروض من علمك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما جرى به القلم في الكتاب عندك. وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء سماواتك. وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك. وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء ما أنت خالقه من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد صفوف الملائكة وتسبيحهم وتقديسهم وتحميدهم وتمجيدهم وتكبيرهم وتهليلهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد السحاب الجارية والرياح الزارية من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد كل قطرة تقطر من سماواتك إلى أرضك وما تقطر إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما هبت الرياح وعدد ما تحركت الأشجار والأوراق والزروع وجميع ما خلقت في قرار الحفظ من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد القطر والمطر والنبات من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد النجوم في السماء من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في بحارك السبعة مما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت وما أنت خالقه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الرمل والحصى في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من الجن والإنس وما أنت خالقه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد أنفاسهم وألفاظهم وألحاظهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد طيران الجن والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الطيور والهوام وعدد الوحوش والآكام في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الأحياء والأموات. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما أظلم عليه الليل وأشرق عليه النهار من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد من يمشي على رجلين ومن يمشي على أربع من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من صلى عليه من الجن والإنس والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصل عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما يجب أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كي أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد حتى لا يبقى شيء من الصلاة عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الأولين وصل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأسألك اللهم بالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا آدم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا نوح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هود عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إبراهيم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا صالح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يونس عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أيوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يعقوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوسف عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا موسى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هارون عليه السلام،
sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem Efendimiz Hazretlerinin aziz, pak, münevver, mutahhar ruh şeriflerine selavat şerife getirenlerin ahir ve akıbetleri hayrola. Âl-i ezvacı, tahiret evladı Resul-i Sabiq'in efendilerimizin sayr enbiya azam ve Resulü fiyan hazıratın ervah şeriflerine Pirimiz Bilal Habeş radıyallahu anh Efendimizin mihmandar Resul-i Kibriya Eyüp Sultan Halid bin Zeyd Ebu Ayyub el-Ensar radıyallahu anh Şah Mürşidan Şah Hacı Muhammed Bahattin Şah Nakşibend el-Buhari Mevlana Celaleddin el-Rumi Mevlana Ziyaddin Halid el-Bağdadi Sahib-ü Zaman Kıblet-i İslam Şeyh Mevlana Muhammed Nazım Adel el-Ekkani Kaddesallahu esraruhum haziratın ervahı için Hademül Harameyn-i Şerifeyn Yavuz Sultan Selim Han Ebul Fetvel Meazi Fatih Sultan Mehmet Han ve Serdar Hakan Sultan Abdülhamid Han cennet mekan Firdevs-i Aşiyan haziratın ervahine ve avnu inayetine alel husus bu caminin bahanesi sahib-el hayrat ve el hasenat sahibi Seyf Abdülkerim el-Kıbrıs-ı Rabbani Hazretlerinin ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş imam, müezzin, kayyım cemaatinin ve kahve-i ehli eymanın ervahı için Allah rızası için El Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketehu yusallûne alen-nebî. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli ala seyyidina Muhammedin ve ala ali seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salah. Hayya ale's-salah. Hayya alel-felah. Hayya alel-felah. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
Elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Nahmadullah ta'ala wa naghtafiru wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa nashhadu anna Sayyidina Muhammadan abduhu wa habibuhu wa rasuluh sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa azwajihi wa sahabat tabi'i khulafa rashidin mahdin min ba'di wa zammati ala tahqiq wa zammihi alamati khulafa rasul ala tahqiq umar al-mu'minin Hazrat Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman wa Ali wa ala baqi sahabat tabi'in ridwanullah ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. Ya ayyuhal mu'minul hazirun yatakullah ta'ala inna allaha ma'alladhina taqawalladhina hum muhsinun. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin Sayyidina Maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. All praises are due to Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praises are due to Allah who says in the Holy Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and warn of the day the trumpet will be blown. And whoever is in the heavens and whoever is on the earth will be terrified, except who Allah wills. And all will come to Him, humbled. And you will see the mountains that you thought were solid flying with the flight of clouds. It is the work of Allah who perfected all things. Truly, He is informed of what you do. Whoever comes with a good deed will have better than it, and they will be safe from the fear of that day. And whoever comes with an evil deed, they will be thrown down on their faces in the fire, and it will be said to them, are you getting a reward other than what you earned by your actions? Say, Ya Muhammad, I am commanded only to serve the Lord of this land, which He has made holy, to whom all things belong. And I am commanded to be of those who surrender unto Him and to recite the Quran. And whoever is guided is only guided for the benefit of himself. And as for who deviates, say to him, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, truly I am only a warner. And say, all praises are due to Allah. He will show you His signs and you will recognize them. And your Lord is not unaware of what you do. Sadaqallah al-Azim. May all peace and blessings be upon our Master, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi wasalam, the Imam of the messengers, the seal of the prophets, the master of the first and the last, the grandfather of Hassan and Hussein, the intercessor of the Day of Judgment. May peace and blessings be upon him and upon his noble family and upon his blessed companions, especially upon the four Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazrat Umar al-Faruq, Hazrat Osman al-Ghani, and Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. May peace and blessings be upon our Grand Sheikhs, the Khwajagan of the Naqshbandi way. May peace and blessings be upon the noble house of Osman, who kept the flag of Islam high with honor and nobility. May all peace and blessings be upon all those who honor them and follow them until the last day. Amin. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, welcome to you on the Jummah day, the last Jummah of the month of Shawwal. If Allah gives us life, then in almost 40 days' time, we will be in the middle of the days of Hajj and of Qurban. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the blessings to be ready for those and to bring the fruits of our Rajab and Sha'ban and Ramazan into those holy days, inshallah. O believers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already written where we are going to die and where we are going to be buried. Our death is a certainty, but we are being in ghaflat, in heedlessness about that one thing that is certain, which is our death. Hujjatul Islam, Imam al-Ghazali is mentioning this when he says, "Oh my friend, your coffin cloth might already be sitting in the bazaar, but you remain in ghaflat." Heedlessness. Ghaflat, it is forbidden for believers. Anything that makes you to lose yourself, to forget yourself, to forget your relationship to Allah and His Prophet ﷺ, it is forbidden to a believer. And ghaflat is worse than any drug or any liquor Because the man can stay in ghaflat without realizing that he's sunk inside. A believer cannot be in ghaflat about death, because death, it is in front of us all the time, and death is the door to Akhirat life. Our Shaykh Sahibul Saif, Shaykh Abdul Karim al-Kibrisiya Rabbani Karzal Sir, is saying, we must know that we came from Allah and we are returning back to Allah. We must keep this alive in ourselves. If we fall into heedlessness and we forget that the angel of death, Azrael, is going to reach to us, then any day that we are forgetting, we are getting into trouble. We must keep it alive in ourselves. We must prepare ourselves. We are believers. We have to live like believers, not only talk like believers or to sound like believers. We must live like believers. We must take whatever Allah and His Prophet ordered us and put it in our lives. When the angel of death is coming to you, you're going to go out from this world through the wrong door, and all the problems begin then. Intelligence is showing to the man, saying to know what he wants, to understand who is his enemy, and to try to fix himself before the angel of death is reaching to him. When is this angel of death going to come to you? It may come 1 minute later. It may come tonight. It may come tomorrow. Keep this alive. Don't make it so long. Don't think it's so far distant as everyone is making so many big plans. A young Sahabi one day came to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and said, Ya Rasulullah, I've borrowed some money. I made a deal with this person. I'm going to pay in 1 month's time. Please pray for me that I'll be able to make it. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ looked at him and said, oh, what a long-term plan you made. How did you do this? To a young Sahabi, he is saying, how did you make this long plan? 1 month? Who says to you that Azrael is not coming to you 5 minutes later? That word was to the Sahabi and to every believer who is coming after, to you and to me. This kind of thinking about death, this kind of awareness about the angel of death, it must make a man to become intelligent. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ himself said, the most intelligent person is the one who remembers death most often, and he is the most well prepared to meet it. These are the wise ones, honorable in this life and dignified in the hereafter. For us, we are under the shade of the wisest ones, the Naqshbandi Khajagan. Our Grand Shaykh, Sultan al-Awliya Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim Adil Al-Haqqani Qaddasallahu Sir, is speaking to us about preparing for death and being intelligent. And he is saying, this world, this dunya, is zero. It is for 3 days. On the 4th day, they take you and bury you in your grave. You forgot this. You forgot about the day that they will bring and bury you in your grave. You don't think about it. But Hazrat Umar was writing on his ring, وَكَفَى بِالْمَوْتِ وَعِزًا يَوْمَرْ. If you want advice, death is enough advice for you, Ya Umar. Look at death and take advice. No matter how much you struggle in dunya, you will leave everything there. They will put you inside the coffin that you didn't like in dunya, that you trembled when you saw it, and bring you to lay you in the earth. Don't forget. Don't forget that everybody will be buried in a grave. But the graves of those who say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, they are rose gardens. Such a beauty has never been seen in dunya. He finds his grave like this. Why do you forget, O foolish man? So what happened to us, to 21st century people? What happened to foolish mankind? All around us is death. There's not only signs of death, but death is happening all around us, and we're seeing it every single day. But we take no warning. All around us is sickness that is spreading east and west, but mankind is not changing. Nobody is sitting to think and to understand, no matter what I do, no matter how far I run, I am going to die. And when I die, I'm going to enter my grave and I'm going to be raised to judgment place to give an accounting of my life. Are we understanding what that means? The day of judgment, it is the day of accounting. It is a day that men are going to stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be called to answer for everything that they did in their lives. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing that as a day of terror. Because the accounting of your life, it is going to be given. The Holy Prophet himself ﷺ said, on Judgment Day the servant will meet his Lord, who will ask him, his Lord will ask him, didn't I honor you? Didn't I give you authority? Didn't I give you a wife? And didn't I let you tame horses and camels? And didn't I make you a leader? And the man will say, you did. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask, did you think you would ever meet me? And the man will answer, no. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say on that day, then I will forget you as you forgot me. A second man will come and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask him the same questions, and the man will give the same answers. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say again, then I will forget you as you forgot me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call a third person, but this man will say, Ya Rabbi, I believed in you, in your book, and in your messengers. I prayed and I fasted and I gave sadaqah. And he will continue praising his own good deeds as much as he can. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, stop then. Now we shall bring forth our witnesses against you. The person will think to himself, but who could be witnesses to testify against him? The man's mouth will then be sealed up, and his legs, his flesh, and his bones will be ordered, speak. They will give testimony about what he did. This is the person who will have no excuses for himself. That is the hypocrite. And that is the one with whom Allah is angry. May Allah protect us from that. May Allah protect us from Allah forgetting us. And may Allah protect us from being hypocrites. And may Allah protect us from His anger. Because for the believer, this hadith, it has a huge lesson. For the person who sins, this hadith is going to make him to change himself. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the type of person He is going to be angry with on Judgment Day. It is a person who depends on his own deeds, on his own actions. It is a person who is going to come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say, I did so many good actions in praying and fasting. The hadith is saying that Allah is not liking it. And the man is relying even on his own faith, his faith in Allah, in the books, in the prophets, and it doesn't save him. So if a person cannot rely on his own faith, and he cannot rely only on his actions, then what can he rely on? What should he rely on? What kind of a believer is Holy Prophet ﷺ describing when he said, the gift to a believer is death? What kind of a believer can find death and take it as a gift? We must look at the perfect examples of our masters, the stars in the sky, the Sahabi Kiram. Sultan al-Awliya is describing one of the most beautiful ones of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Hazrati Bilal Habashi radiallahu an, saying, Sayyidina Bilal radiallahu anhu, this is a good description about a believer's life. especially their last moment. Sayyidina Bilal, he was on his deathbed, lying down, and he was so happy and enjoyful. It is difficult to bring a description for his enjoyment and pleasure. They were asking, Ya Bilal, O Sahabi of the seal of prophets, we are looking that every moment you are approaching to death. What is it? What is it that you are so happy? And he said to them, Oh, my friends, how are you saying this? When today I'm with you, but tomorrow I'm going to be with my beloved, with my Habib, my beloved one and his companions. Today I am with you, and tomorrow I will be with a friend of Allah, with the friends of Allah. I'm going to reach them in paradise. How can you be surprised with me? So death is a gift to those believers who are living their lives preparing to be united with the friends of Allah in Akhirat. Death is a gift to those believers who have made a connection with the beloveds of Allah in His life, who is running to serve them, to be with them. Death is a gift to those believers who are in sohbat with those who are beloved to Allah and His Prophet, and who will be rejoined, and they will continue in that sohbat by the angel of death. As a man lives, that is how he's going to die. As he dies, that is how he's going to be raised. And the way that he is raised, that is how he's going to be on Judgment Day. Who do you want to be in this life with? You'll find that on the day. How do we find that kind of death? We have to be in that kind of sohbat now. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to offer to save His servants on the Day of Judgment just on the basis of that association, that sohbat. Hazrat Abu Hurairah radiallahu anh is narrating, the servant will be brought between the hands of Allah on the Day of Judgment, and Allah will say to him, did you love any one of my awliya so that I can join you with him? Until the last 100 years, this ummah was living this reality. This ummah was basing their intentions and their actions and their religion on this reality. This ummah was running to find the friends of Allah, to sit with them, to learn from them, to serve them, to help them, and to enter into their hearts. Because as the Hadith Qudsi is showing, it is not our faith or our actions that is going to save us on Judgment Day. It is our nisbat, our connection to those who are connected to Allah. Everyone is going to stand in terror on Judgment Day, even the prophets. But it is Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ who will approach Allah to ask for shafa'at, because he is the one and only Habib. Those who are in his heart, they are in safety. And those who are in the hearts of the beloveds of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, they are in safety. Sahibul Saif, our Shaykh, may Allah raise his station. He is describing the scene in paradise for those who reach to such safety. He is saying, we have fear from Allah. We have fear because we love Allah. We don't want to break our friendship, our relationship with our Lord. That's why we are fearful. It's not because we are fearful that He is going to punish us. No, He will not punish us. But it is because we believe in Him and we try our best for Him, for His religion. Live according to that, and you will find this world paradise for you. And you will find in the hereafter angels greeting you, playing and dancing for you, saying, one more beloved of Allah is entering to paradise. Paradise is becoming better. Do you know why It's called paradise. Do you know why paradise is paradise? It's because all beloveds of Allah are in that place. That's why paradise becomes paradise. If you become beloved to Allah in this world, then this world becomes a paradise for you too. If we all become beloved to Allah, then the whole world becomes paradise. And the words of Sahib al-Saif speak the truth. O believers, enter into the association of the beloveds of Allah in this world. Live your life sincerely according to that, and your life in this world will become a paradise. The world outside is dry and rotten. As the Holy Prophet ﷺ saying, the dunya, it is a dead body. It's like a carcass. And the people who seek the dunya, they are dogs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us as Hazrati Insan. He did not create us to run after this dunya. He created us for His love. He created us to love His beloved more than anything. That if we don't love His beloved more than anything, more than ourselves, our father, our mother, our children, our wives and our husband, if we don't love Him more than anything, even ourselves, we will not have complete faith. Allah has created us to love His friends. That love is the only safety on the Day of Judgment. Anything other than that love will be thrown back to our faces. May Allah protect us from the terror of the last day, for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and the beloved ones. We are running to be in the sohbet of our Shaykh and live according to his advice. He is saying, if we are holding tightly in fighting against nafs, hawa, shaitan and dunya, if we are looking and understanding that these are our enemies, then we must be careful with these ones. Then the help will reach to us. And inshallah Rahman, we will be able to keep our shahadat strongly. We will live and we will pass with that shahadat. That is ma'rifat. If a man is looking for ma'rifat, karamat, then that is ma'rifat, that is karamat. All the secrets of all books and all the prophets came to teach man to take that faith that Allah has granted to them, to live according to that faith, and to go out from this world with that faith. MashaAllah to those who did. And inshallah, we are asking from our Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of those who are most beloved ones, in His divine presence, we're asking their shafaat to reach to us, and for their sake, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us to live and to go out from this world with this shahadat, inshallah Rahman. Ameen. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, lazim alazim, la ilaha illa wal hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له لا إله إلا الله وحده لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك من الظالمين سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب إن دين الإسلام قام الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر how do we show that we owe him something and we want to return? He saved us. He doesn't want anything from us. But it is in the way of these holy ones. They say, what we give you now, start giving to other people. You understand? They are not there to say, you owe us, we did this for you. But what they've given you, they say, now, give it to other people. Try to help some other person around you. Doesn't matter who it is. So that way, you will, that will show that you understand what we did. That will show that you understand us. That will show that you understand what our work is. And that will bring you closer to the way of Allah and His Prophet, because that's what they do. Don't just take it for yourself. Simple example I give you. You owe a person a lot of money. Your whole life is ruined now because you owe someone. Then along comes someone saying, take this. I'm not asking for anything in return. So he saved your life. Instead of your life being ruined, now you're saved. Not only that, with whatever that has given you, you start making more money on top of it. Business. Most people, they don't thank that one. They thank Allah. Alhamdulillah. Whatever it is that you come to the Shaykh for your problems to help you, like this or like that. Most people, they don't. We are witnesses to that. During Shaykh and his time, so many times they're calling. Once they get the answer, they never call him again, not even to say thank you. And Shaykh, and they say, "Eh, Allah," but it's no good for you because Allah is watching. Now imagine that one that you give a lot of money to, you don't want anything in return, nothing, no interest, nothing. And he made his life to be good, to be wonderful, and he's not thanking you. How upset your Lord is going to be. Even if he thanks your Lord, but you're not thanking the one who has helped you. Allah is saying, I'm not going to accept your thanks. And some people, they take that and they start making business. They say thank you. And they give you, like for example, one bowl of dates. You understand? Say thank you. It's sunnah, right, to give dates? So they give you one bowl of dates. You understand? Especially Pakistanis. This kind of thing Turks will never do. It's a matter of honor now. They say, no, you help us. Now we bring you one tray of dates. Look, mashallah. One ceremony they want. What do you want us to do? We've seen it happening in our time, Nishaf and his time also. Alhamdulillah, shukr. We're not asking for anything, but what do they want you to do with that? Like what I said, you save your life, you start making business. Now, they may take, some people, they take all that money and they give it back to the Shaykh. Shaykh says, I don't want it. Then they say, I cannot take it back because I've already given it to you. Then the Shaykh says, then help that one, and that one. So some people, they just give to those who need it, and that's it. Some, they say, this is not enough, I just give that one time. Now I must give more. I must make it consistent. There are some who are like that. And there are some who are, now they don't just take what the Shaykh is giving them and they're living in comfort and in ease. Now they can continue with their lives. They don't. They make their lives now to be mixed with that Shaykh's life, mixed with that Jamaat's life, mixed with the Prophet's life, mixed with the life of the Ummah. Now you can say that they are helping the Ummah. Before, so many people, they say, I want to be rich, I want to study, I want to go to high level so that I can help the Ummah. No, you only help yourself and your family. That's why we hear weird things these days, saying sadaqah and zakat, first we must give to our family. What happened? You become like Vatican? You become like those unbelievers who say first we must... No, it is the Ummah. If everything is according to his family, then this faith is not going to reach past the Ahlul Bayt too. Or everything that is owned. But if anything, the law is you cannot give it to your successors. You have to spread it to the rest of the Ummah. And so some people, they are understanding a little bit more. They make their lives to be more mixed, and they know, okay, the Shaykh, now we're not just looking at him sitting down there making zikr. We say, what is he doing? What is he thinking? What is he being busy with? He's helping other people. Who are these people? Why is he helping them? You start to be concerned, like what we said last night. You start being concerned. You're not only concerned about yourself and being selfish. Oh, alhamdulillah, he helped me and I'm okay. You start to be concerned about what he is concerned about. Then that time you can say, my heart is here, although my body is not here, my heart is here. How you know that you're concerned? You will feel pain when he feels pain. You'll be happy when he is happy. You'll be sad when he feels sad. You'll be upset when he feels upset. That's when you know your heart is with that one. Not just words. These days some people say, no, my heart is here, I'm not here. You don't feel pain, you feel nothing. You feel nothing. Because we went through all of that, but we're looking at you, and you're still the same, but you're claiming something else. Don't claim. Don't claim. That whole hadith that we quoted in the khutbah is about that. People claiming, I did this, I did this, I did this, and I did this. And Allah is saying, you're a munafiq, and Allah will call you to be a witness against yourself. So don't say, my heart is here. Your heart is here when you are one body. Your heart is here when you feel pain, when you know exactly what is happening. Even if you don't know, you feel it. And the believer, even if when he feels, he doesn't stop there. He must do something, right? A believer doesn't just feel, I feel that there's something happening and everyone is very sad. Huh? I feel it too. Oh, subhanallah, you feel. What do you want? A medal? Then you must do something. You cannot do this. You must try to do that or the other thing. This is when you say you are in association, in sohbat. If not, you're not in sohbat. You're not. You're just claiming. There are people who are not in sohbat when they are here. There are people who are not in sohbat but claiming that their heart is here when they are not here. But there are people who are in sohbat when they are here, and there are people who are in sohbat, their hearts is here when they are not here. They are concerned. They want to know. They want to feel. They want to know everything. Just like yesterday when we were talking about if two lovers, they are separated, everything becomes important, right? What did you eat today? What happened? Every detail you want. All these examples, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us and showing in very simple ways for us all to understand. To know that this tariqat, this spirituality is not something that is only for a chosen group of people who have high intelligence. If anything, tariqat is showing, once you want to enter into tariqat, you hold on to a shaykh, your intelligence must be the first thing that you have to kick out. Your intelligence has to. Real shaykhs. This is the way of Hizr alayhi salam. This is not the way of Musa alayhi salam. This is the way of Hizr alayhi salam. That even Hazrat Musa has to stop judging and thinking in his way. Of course, these kinds of words people are saying, you're making Islam to be backward, you're making Islam to be non-intelligent, you're making tariqat to be a cult, but you don't have enough mind. People who say that, they don't listen to everything, they don't look at everything, they only look at that part. For those kind of stupid people who have no words to say to you, we don't want to waste anything. This is for intelligent people. What it means when first thing intelligence has to go. It doesn't mean you become stupid. It means now stop using your own limited capacities of thinking, of understanding, of looking at things. Don't use only that. If you use only that, and if that was great, you would not be here. If that was giving you safety and fulfillment and happiness, you will not be here. You are here meaning that there is something, there is a knower above what you know. So be prepared to at least put that aside a little bit. Read. yourself and read your book to say, I always make these mistakes. These are the habits that I make. And these habits are because of the way I think, because of the way I feel, my attitude, my intelligence, everything. So these are habits. Put it aside a little bit. Try to have the habit, as Allah is saying, be with the Salihin. Try to have their habits, their ways of thinking a little bit, their understanding a little bit. Even if it's something, especially if it's something that challenges you. You believe that to be your whole life to be like this. But you meet this group of people, they are good, they're doing everything, but they believe the opposite. First thing you have to do is to say, this is interesting, let me see what they think. Not to be, as majority of people saying, because they do this, everything is wrong. That's how they judge our Shaykh. Shaykh Effendi can do 1,000 things right. One thing that is questionable according to their standards, and they take that one thing and they say 999 things that are good, it's all thrown to garbage. That is not intelligent. Intelligence will say, let me see what it is. As when Hazrat Hizr alayhi salam, he broke the ship. And Musa alayhi salam immediately saying, why are you doing this? If Musa alayhi salam, don't think Musa alayhi salam is not, astaghfirullah, don't think that he's not intelligent. He's representing intelligence. Book intelligence. If he had thought a little bit, he would have known not only the reason that is on the surface, because to break the ship so that the king is not going to use that boat that is belonging to believers to attack other believers. But he will also understand what is the meaning of that incident underneath and what is it saying about himself. As Hizr alayhi salam, Awliya Allah say, he continues to say, you have doubt about that broken boat, but this is because you never finish from that experience that you have when your own mother put you into that boat and it sailed. You had faith then. Then what happened? So to look at the meaning underneath and how it is related to you. But Hizr alayhi salam already said when Musa alayhi salam came to him, he said, you cannot follow me because this is beyond your understanding. He says, no, you'll find me patient and I will understand. He says, how can you understand when this is beyond your knowledge? So when you meet a person who knows something, this is beyond your knowledge. Try to understand first. Once you start understanding, then that time, what we say, put your intelligence aside. Come with a glass empty, not full. Then you will learn things. You will learn things that you never thought that you would understand, or you can even imagine. And that's good. Because to belong to a tariqat, and you stop learning, to belong to any way, to be in life that you stop learning, that is death. You don't learn anymore. We should not be like that, inshallah. So, person come and help us, save us. Sahaba Kiram, what did they do to show their thankfulness to the Holy Prophet ﷺ? They put him in front of them, above them, and they say, now what concerns you concerns us. What we have, it is for you. Our lives are for you, our children are for you, our wealth and everything is for you. Because now our aim is not to have wives and children and wealth. Our aim now is to bring haqq, is to bring help and truth to everyone that is living on this planet that they need it. You understand? So that time, when you say it's not mine, it's not a sacrifice to, you're not sacrificing. It's not like, oh, I give you, it's okay, I really want it, but I give you. No, you say it doesn't belong to me, it is yours. It was another thing that Shaykh Any make us to go through. First, we came here with nothing, and they made sure we have nothing. And then when we have something, we know it's not coming from us. It's coming from Him. How can we say it belongs to us when it's from Him? You understand? Now it's a matter of honor. Tell me this is un-Islamic. This is Islam. It doesn't belong to us. Of course you have to. You have to use it, because our aim is not just to collect, our aim is now to help. So be concerned. Inshallah. This is also the question that people asked yesterday. We're far away, what do we do? Be concerned. Then you will find a way. Your intelligence will kick in. Because then that time you're going to say, oh, how can I ask such a silly question also? Because the answer is right there if I only sit and think about it for 2 seconds. Astaghfirullah. May Allah accept our week service, inshallah. Al-Fatiha. Ameen. Ashka, what else we have? Any other questions? Give the tea and everything. Put it over there. Don't leave it over there. I've said 1,000 times, Mustafa, you're not doing your job. I'm going to whip you, from over here. It's right in front of you. You're letting the kid do it. Just tell him, move inside, bruh. Okay. What do we have? Any other thing? Anyone saying? Say. No.
Sometimes I wonder that story of Hizr alayhi salam.
Yes.
The part the young boy, Hizr alayhi salam, takes his life.
Yes.
I'm trying to understand. What should I understand?
Don't kill your children, please. Don't kill other people's children, please. Okay? That is a lesson. There is a lesson. Meaning that what we see is not what it is. You understand? What we see is not what it is. What we see, we can think that something, that child is not just a child, it's representing something. You understand? So, it represents us just judging someone from the outside form, which is all humans they do. If this person is good looking, he's good. They did so many studies. They say that people who are good looking, they can go further in life. Right? They get the best tables, they get treated very nicely. This is human nature. And people who is looking not so good, who is old, or who is this, or who is black, or who is colored, or who is what, they treat them very bad. And Islam is saying, don't. Whatever that you're worshipping there, that represents that thing that you think is good, that has to come down too. You have to discover what is underneath. Don't you see, after 2,000 years, great Christian nations, they still cannot get over race. They still cannot. How can it be? Because, number one, they made the prophet that they worship, instead of making him to be from the race that he belongs to, that is Bani Israel, they make him to be a white man. From the get-go, they say, no, we want to worship not you, to look like we want to worship ourselves, what is most familiar to us. Then it's done. That's why they're going everywhere to, in the 1800s, 1700s, selling them that form of religion, and people who are foolish enough to believe that, then they look at every white man and they say, this is Jesus. They say, they call Jesus Señor, they call the white man Señor, right? This is some sort of a thing where you have to get over this. You cannot separate yourself from other people. They're the same. And the reason why Allah make you into different colors and different tribes and different nations is for you to learn from each other, not for you to kill each other. It's to learn. Meaning that one has a secret that you don't have. You may look down on that one because it doesn't have, let's say, tall buildings or clothes even. Modern man looking at people who are living in the tribes, living in the jungles of of the Amazon, for instance. Look down on them. But they have secrets that you don't have. They know the secrets of those jungles that can solve so many of the diseases that for free. Those kinds of diseases that we make it into a industry to produce those diseases and an industry to produce the medicines for that. So everyone, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a secret. That you meet someone who's different from you to learn. What is the secret that my Lord has put into this person? I must learn. And you take that and you become what? You become more complete as a human being. You have somewhere to be? Okay. You understand? So it is not like that. Literally, it's meaning like that. And because people, especially for Akhir Zaman, when they look at something that is nice, they say, no, no, no. This person is good. Even if the person is a criminal, but he looks nice, people go crazy after him. You've seen that? This thug, this murderer, he has a lineup, and they take mugshot, usually mugshot very ugly, but this man, Allah gave him that physical appearance. And he takes that, and the women go crazy after him. He's a murderer, but they're running after to be, I was going to say politely, to be his wife, but such a thing exists anymore in this society? No, just to be like animal to him. So now we cannot trust these eyes. We cannot overdevelop these eyes. We can trust these eyes if these eyes are going to tell us that there is something else. There is a sign of that vision that is over the surface. You understand? Okay, physically, you say, okay, that one is good, but look at this, look at this, look at this. Once you start seeing with the eyes of the saints, even if outside is good, but you see all these other things and you see what other people don't see. I think you see, oh, this is bad. This is not good. People are seeing a great, let's say, saint, or Shaykhul Islam, or Imam, or whatever, speaking to thousands of people and pointing, and the skies crack open, and they say this is a karamat. We see that too, but we say it doesn't fit from what we know of situations. It doesn't fit. You understand? It doesn't fit. So it is not something that your faith can just accept. It's something that there's something wrong here. And Shaykh Effendi pointed, he said, look at this, look at this, look at this. Yes, he's pointing, and there is something that is written in the skies there. But he says, look at the clouds. What does it look like? Shaitan. Look at this clouds next to that name. What does it look like? It looked like Shaitan leading Dajjal. This is open. I'm seeing with my own eyes, Shaykh Effendi is showing us. What is the direction of this world? What is the direction of this world? To develop this or to develop this? We don't need to develop this more. It's enough. We need to always develop this. The eyes of the heart. To look with the vision of a believer. For that, you have to be trained under a believer. You have to be with them. You cannot just read books. It doesn't work. Never works. Read books. You can listen to lecture. It doesn't work too. You have to put that lecture into your life. So especially for these days now, people are just looking on the outside. And even, we come to the point now, even outside looks good, which it doesn't really. And they know that the inside is bad, yet people are still running after it. Because it feeds to their ego. Then we have very, mashallah, merciful Muslims that they look at, we're saying this one is evil. Don't say it's evil. It's evil. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe he's going to be higher station than you. They mix everything up. I'm not interested in his potential. I'm interested in the damage that that person is doing right now. Ever in this world, you hear person does something wrong, and ever you see either the police or the judge or anyone that's seeing something wrong, and they don't punish that person, and they say, but who knows? maybe Allah has forgiven him. You don't know. It sounds stupid, right? Forget about killing or something. Traffic ticket, speeding ticket. You get a speeding ticket, you have to go to court. You ever have a speeding ticket, you go to court and you say to the police officer, but you don't know me. Maybe I'm a beloved one to Allah. Maybe Allah will make me to be the CEO of all the car companies in this world. You don't know. Why are you judging me? You don't think that way. But Muslims who are mixed up and they don't have guidance, and they don't know how to look at haqq as haqq by the people of haqq, and they don't know how to look as batil by the people of haqq, then they're going to look everything through the eyes of batil. And through the eyes of batil is what? Shaitan is saying, your Lord is most merciful. Do anything that you want, meaning do anything that you want, commit as much evil as you want, and don't worry, Allah is going to forgive you. And Allah Himself is warning us not to do that. Shaitan will say that, Allah is saying, and don't do that. So wake up a little bit for all of us. So that is the lesson to be learned from that. You understand? And that these three things that Hazrat Hizr alayhi salam was doing, this is not for common people too. His murid is not a common person. There's only a handful of Ulul Azam prophets out of 124,000 prophets. And he didn't do too well. You understand? 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes out. So this is taken as a lesson. But in order to actually do those things, it is not for the common people too. That lesson is also for leaders. That lesson is for people in authority. The lessons for sultans and padishahs. That you have to do things sometimes for good and it looks bad. It looks bad. And it is a lesson for the awam to know when people of authority and high intelligence and high spirituality, they do something like that, understand the reason for that. Understand the reason for that. Don't just judge it according to the surface, because it's not what you think it is. As it is today, how many awam people, they are just judging what the sultans they were doing, what the padishahs they were doing, what the generals they were doing. They can sit around and say, oh, these Muslim kings, if only they stop fighting each other and they just come together as friends, you can do so much more. Do you say that when you have a fever in your body? To tell your body, stop fighting. When you have a fever, your body is fighting, right? Your body is fighting that enemy. Why don't you just say, just be friends with the enemy? What happens when you're friends with the enemy? What happens when you're friends with your enemy? The enemy becomes your friend. When you're friends with that enemy, the enemy becomes good like you. When you're friends with the enemy, your enemies kill you. It's simple. The enemy is there. The enemy is there not to be friends with you. You understand? The enemy is there to make sure that you're wiped out. So we should not be unintelligent about these things. We have 124,000 prophets in front of us. Don't look to any stupid philosopher or any thinker or any... no need. Look to our prophets. Look to the saints. These are the beloved ones of Allah. Allah is the owner of intelligence, not philosophers or books. Believe it or not, as you like, inshallah. Fatiha. Okay, give the tea. Averus. Yes, Abazali.
I have a question regarding the football today. You gave us an example, you gave us the story of the Prophet ﷺ about the 30 days when the Sahaba came to him and he told him that he's making long-term plans. So can you explain to us this compared to now when everything
Planning? No, he's not meaning like that. When Shaykh Effendi was also giving that sohbat, and specifically he's mentioning to young people, and he was telling, I remember when he was giving that sohbat, he was giving that sohbat to us. Okay? The lesson that we have to learn, the whole lesson of all of that is what? Death. To remember death. You understand? The one who remembers death, who is preparing himself for that, then it doesn't matter to him whether he lives for 1 day or 1,000 years. It's the same. Then it doesn't matter if he lives, if his work is just planting corn, or his work is raising cities and civilizations. It is the same. Then they're just looking at the work. They know that they have to die, but that is the work that they're doing. Now, the example there is a big lesson. There's a very big lesson that Shaykh Effendi, in that sohbat that is not in the khutbah, he's explaining more. It talks about how young people, number one, they don't think about death. They think death is very, very far away from them. They think that death doesn't exist when you're young. And that is also human nature. They would do all sorts of stupid things, dangerous things, that once you reach the age of 40, you say, what was I thinking? If I made just one wrong turn, I could have died. I could have killed other people, right? But you didn't think that time. And what is Shaykh Effendi trying to tell us also? Think about death so that we have fear of living? No, so that we can use that energy that we have to say, I don't care about death, to use that energy, to use that for the sake of Allah. Because understand, Holy Prophet ﷺ, he received prophethood not when he's 70 years old. He received the wahy not when he's 70, 80, 90 years old. He reached when he's 40. And most of his Sahabis, they're around the same age too, no? Most of them. Meaning this is a religion of young men. That young men don't think about death, don't think about afterlife. They don't think about anything except to please their own nafs, that in those 40 years, how it is built. Father saying, school saying, culture saying, this is how your life should be. And Prophet ﷺ came at that top point where young men say, now I'm going to start my life. And he came in, he knocked everything down. This is the meaning. It's not the meaning now, oh, as you like, we just don't plan anything, just let everything to go, free and easy. No, preparation, it is part of your faith. It is farz. So, that is just a lesson that the Prophet ﷺ was saying. Now, do we have to plan? Yes, we have to plan. But you know what we are planning also? We're also planning our death. Yes, we're planning. We don't like to use also the word plan. That's why if you notice, one of the things that the question yesterday asked, what is a sunnah, that small sunnah that you can practice every day? Well, try to make the small sunnah that we're making in this dergah. Number one, Shaykh Effendi says, only Allah is the creator. Now when you say someone, oh, I created this Facebook page, I created this, you're not a creator, you made something. So don't use that. Number two, we don't say plan, we say intend. We make the intention. Now that's completely different. When people, they plan, they say it must happen. When people who make the intention, even they know that most probably is going to happen, but they make the intention and they say, as Allah says in the Quran, very clearly, you have to say what? Inshallah. Inshallah. And then when it happens, do you say, it happened because of me, I did it, I planned, that's why it happened. No, Quran is also saying what? Say, MashaAllah, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. MashaAllah, it is as Allah wills it, and all strength and all power is only coming from Him. So this is one of the meanings to that. So we put everything and we say, Ya Rabbi, this is as you like. And whatever planning that we're making also, it is knowing that it must prepare us for that afterlife, must prepare us for that death. Huh? Okay. Because this is one myth that Orientalists always like to say about Muslims, especially about Sufis. So these are the ones that they don't plan anything, they are lazy, they are, what else they say? not organized. You know, everything that they were for 1,000 years. When you're still chewing bare paws raw, we're already having libraries for everyone. When your king had 30 books, the common person has already finished reading 30 books by the time he's 10 years old, let's say. It's common because education is one of those things that is Islamic world. It is free for everyone. It is an obligation for everyone. And there is a push for everyone to have intelligence and knowledge. You had those ideas that is the complete opposite. To say, I have education, I must make sure everyone around me is stupid. Otherwise they're going to be more clever than me and they might become a tyrant to me. Islam is the complete opposite. The first commandment is to read, is to recite. Not only to recite, inside of that is not only to read, but it is to proclaim. You read and you have to say. You cannot just read by yourself, you have to say. So, all those things that they're saying is all, we cannot repeat it, we shouldn't. But have we become that, like this or like that? Sure. Past 200 years is not the best time of the Islamic life. Don't judge these 200 years, for example, about the Muslims, why we've done this. We have 1,400 years. Why don't you look at how it was 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago? What actually happened these 2,000 years? 200 years. Something big happened that made people to behave in certain ways. Now slowly, like what we've been talking about for a long time, that this country has to sit and think. This country has to sit and think about its history and consider and come to terms with it and to ask questions, uncomfortable, disturbing questions, and to find answers honestly. It's finally doing. But this is how it is Jahiliyyah. If you are not Jahil, if you're not ignorant, if you're smart, you would actually talk about it. You would actually talk and discuss it long time ago. But the age of ignorance, you can only talk after there is fighting. It's only with violence that you can actually sit down to talk. That's not civilization. We will see, inshallah, where this is going to happen. It will solve a lot of problems, but we know what kind of new problems are going to happen. We're waiting for that. In the next few years, make sure you stand on the right side. Make sure that you don't have love in your heart for those who are in the wrong side. Because their love is what is going to destroy you. Don't have any tolerance for that. You can help people, but don't love the wrong things about them. Don't find any excuse for that. Don't look at yourself better than them, because if Allah leave us alone, we're going to be worse than that. But don't use that reason now to say, I must hug all my enemies and we are the same. You're not the same. May Allah make us to be sincere believers, to live our lives sincerely and to pass with sincerity, inshallah, and to raise us with the sincere ones. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Have your Rasul. Have your brownie. Kids, you have brownie? Here, take this. They're not giving you brownies, huh? Yeah, Abidin. So, share with your brothers. Everyone there. Okay, anything else? You have a question?
Yes.
Let's see. Say. All those who are taking bayat, just prepare. Tell them in the next 10-15 minutes. Okay, to call, inshallah. You hear me, Ashik? Mr. No, say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What is the sign that Hizmet is not accepted, and what are the conditions for one's Hizmet to be accepted?
Hizmat to who? To your shaykh? If you have different shaykhs, I don't know what the style is. If it's hizmat to our shaykh, hizmat to the one that he has put here, let's say for our purposes, to me, it's going to be very clear whether it's accepted or it's not accepted. All of the hizmat is accepted in reality. Any hizmat that you do is accepted. But it is our way to say, now you can make this hizmat to become more acceptable. How are you going to make this hizmat to become more beautiful? What are the things that you're doing that makes this hizmat to be less beautiful? Our washing up when you're doing something is not to say we reject it, but how you can make it even more beautiful, and how stupid you have to be not to know that already. That you can make it more and more and more beautiful, better and better. So many times the frustration is not because you don't know, but the frustration is because you know, you should have known. You know this already and you're repeating it. You understand? But that doesn't also mean that the hizmat is rejected. It's not. No hizmat is going to be rejected. I mean, those that are done with sincerity, of course. And so that's, in our way, in our style, is going to be pretty clear. As much is enough. Assalamu alaikum. May our hizmat to our shaykh be acceptable. I'm not sitting down here wondering whether he's going to accept or not. That's up to him. If everything that I've done and he says it's not acceptable, it's fair. What am I going to do? Fight with him? If he says everything is acceptable, if he says everything I'm doing acceptable, that's the time I'm going to raise some doubts and say, I know I didn't do that properly. I know I could have done that better. I know I wasn't really 100% with that. So my attitude now is not whether he's going to accept or not. You have to pass from that. It has to be, what could I have done better? As Shaykh Effendi says, you always must make your work to become better. And he says, in fact, Shaykh Effendi said clearly one time, don't do anything, do everything for Allah's sake. Don't do it for my sake, he says. You do it for Allah's sake, Allah will be happy with you. You do it for my sake, I will never be happy with you. Because I'm not happy with you because I always want to push you to higher stations. That's why I'm saying, what about this? What about this? What about this? So that fits into my way that I was raised. It fits into the way that I think. It fits into the way that I want to conduct myself. And it is not a matter of trying to be so humble or trying to say, oh, I'm not doing anything, I did nothing. No, I did something, but I could have done that better. And why didn't I think of that? It's being sensitive to that, but you're also removed from that. You understand? You're removed from it. So that I'm not looking to see whether this is shameful, is anyone looking at me, is it embarrassing or not. I'm looking at, oh, of course I could have done that. I know that already. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, next time I'm going to think. So after a while, it doesn't really matter so much whether that one is yelling at you or praising you. Even when he praises you, so many times if Shaykh Effendi does, rarely do we get shocked. And when he does, you know, we'd rather die than be praised by him. So, but we stop ourselves too, and you know, we say, okay, we could have done this one we should have done. Even if you think you did everything nicely, there's so many wrong things that you did in your past. How are you to know that everything has been forgiven anyway? No. So use that. People are praising and say, oh, remember one time you did this. When you start, you know, becoming so puffy, you start looking down on other people, you start thinking, this one is my enemy, this one is this. Start thinking, look, remember, you used to do that. Pull yourself back a little bit. Then you by yourself, you will balance it. Know that, teach that to your children so that they have a sense of worth and a sense of meaning that they understand by themselves, that they're not just doing something so that someone can pat them on the head and someone can praise them. If that's all that they're running after, then once they are free to go out to the world, shaitan will swoop on them like a buzzard. Because shaitan and the Ahli Dunya is only going to shower praises to people, to boost them. But they themselves, they must know. Their hearts are working, they must know this one is sincere or not. We have a saying in our culture, you know. They say, be careful of this person. It says, this person, he doesn't have too much honor. Why? Because he consumes praise. He eats praise. Meaning that he likes to be praised. Praise is like a bait, and he eats it. There are some people, they don't eat praise. They don't really like it. They don't say anything. But we know that this culture is a culture of praise, no? It's a culture of praise. Every little thing, it's, oh, good job. It's good to sort of validate it a little bit, but when it becomes too much, and you must know how to balance it, then they're only going to go to people who praise them. And the people who praise you, be careful. They want something from you. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Okay. Oh, this much is enough. Assalamu alaikum. All the men to go. The women, they are going to be here.
حيث كنت إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد حلمك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد علمك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كلماتك وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نعمتك وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء سماواتك وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك وصل على سيدنا محمد